Hi guys, I'm live. I'm on the front porch. I'm going to do an early version of the Friday Jack, Jimmy Against Christ. It's Thursday, but I'm a little early. But hopefully that's okay. I feel like doing it, and even though it's a day early, it's for tomorrow, but I'll do it today. First of all, God, if God exists, He is not loving. He's not love. He's not loving, because the Bible says, "By your fruits you shall know them." And what are God's fruits? Well, God let His Son die. Hating your Son by letting Him die doesn't prove you love whatever you think you're letting Him die for. It proves that you are a murderer of your own Son. Now, now put your thinking cap on, oh ye Christians, who rather than give God a free pass to do whatever the fuck He wants and still calling Him good and love, what if I had a son and murdered him and then said, well, I did that for you guys. I did that for you, my fans. I murdered my son for my fans because I love you so much. Would you think I'm anything but fucking insane? But that's exactly what God did, and He's considered love. You're not thinking if you think that. You're brainwashed or you're stupid. Again, God asked Abraham to go kill his son. And Abraham was rewarded for just about being willing to kill his own son for God. Now, first of all, having Abraham kill his son doesn't prove God's love for Abraham, nor does it even prove that does not prove God loved Abraham. Again, put on your thinking caps. Imagine if I said to any of you, my fans, kill your son because I say so and I'm good. It proves your loyalty to me. You'd say, you fucking nutcase. But yet God does that, and He's considered love and loving and good. Because we're either stupid or brainwashed. It's the only thing I can think of. You can't apply unreasonable and contradictory standards for judging God than you do everything and anyone else, and then call that truth. Because of some book called the Bible says it, or at least as you interpret it, and God wherever that Bible came from. But that's got to be true, and not only that, whatever someone says about interpreting it must be true. And I just believe because I'm told, and my parent, well, you know what? That's stupidity and brainwashing, or being brainwashed. Well, how about this one? God said He reserved the fire of hell for the devil and his angels. That proves right there that humans do not deserve to go to hell. How can a God say He's love or loving and send anyone who doesn't obey Him to a place reserved for demons and Satan and his angels? Worse than what would be considered a punishment for man, assuming that demons and angels are worse than men. So this God of love, or is love, decides that if you fail the course or don't toe the line, I'm going to put you in a place that I made for people way worse than you, and you're going to stay there forever because I love you. Thought so. No one would give a pass to anything else or anyone else but this thing called God in that matter. What if I said, again, put your thinking hats on, what if I said, well, I'm king of Marietta right now, and I decide that anyone that doesn't serve me was going to go, I don't know, you're going to go to some place, Cygnus X1. I'm going to send you out there, and you're going to live, and you're going to walk around in a spacesuit on because it's the only thing keeping you from dying. And I'm going to put you in this place that I only really would put an evil alien. But since I think as much as you, I'll send you up there, and you got to walk around this atmosphereless planet with a suit on to keep you from getting burnt, from getting suffocated, or because there's no air or whatever. And you're just going to dwell there for the rest of your life because you didn't serve me. You'd say, Jimmy, what WTF? But yet your God that you worship and say is good does just that in our case. Or and maybe you even want to suffer because it makes you feel good about yourself. You want God to hurt you. You can't wait to be tested and tempted and threatened and scared shitless by God, you can't wait for it because you're a masochist, or something's wrong with you. If you even subscribe to this even for a minute, look at all what God said. It says in the Bible that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He never changes. Well, what about all the sacrifices he required the Israelites to do? Innocent other creatures had to be slaughtered mercilessly to this God so he would be happy enough to let them go on until the next sacrifice, and on and on and on and on and on. And then because they failed a little bit, they had to wander for 40 years in a arid hell. Or everyone but Noah. Noah and 8 people, or maybe it's Noah and 7 people, maybe it's 8 people totally, including Noah, something like that, were saved from this awful God-created thing called the flood. Every other single breathful being on this earth was drowned to death by this same God that is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And yet you worship him and call him good and loving. What? Really? By your fruits you shall know them is how we judge each other, but we don't judge God that way because we're stupid or brainwashed or cowards or something. Because by God's fruits he is evil, if he even exists. He is evil, hateful, and someone needs to deal with him. Only we all can't because we're not as powerful as him. He holds the power. And yet he can also, because of that power, he can be evil and do whatever he wants. If God sins, who's going to punish God? If you're accountable to no one and live forever, what stops you from being bad or being whatever you want to do? Now, look at any other entity you've ever seen or heard of besides God, and what is their main concern? Themselves. God is an entity himself. Why would he not be only concerned for himself like every other entity or being, corporation, company, person that we've ever met? And yet, why would God not be the same way? He can't die, so there's nothing he can do. Nothing can hurt him, and no one can punish him if he does sin or whatever, does whatever he wants. No one can punish him, and he lives forever no matter what he does. What's that saying? Power corrupts, and perfect and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Oh, but not God. No. Well, you know what? Especially God. God can't be punished, therefore he can do whatever he wants. Not only that, his track record and his fruits show that he is evil. If he even exists. Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.